Well, this is Mission Creek, and it's kilometer 0 of the High Rim Trail. Here we are. Zero kilometers. I have been to kilometer 0 before. It's a nice spot to build a fire and do a hot dog roast or something like that by the river. So what I'd like to do today is hike, run, walk, crawl the full length of the High Rim Trail from Mission Creek here near Kelowna all the way to Vernon. And it might actually come to some crawling because I think the longest I've ever gone in a day is around 30 kilometers. This whole trail is about 60. So I have to double that. And if I can complete this without going to a hospital, I'll be pretty proud of myself. Now I have hiked portions of this trail before, so this is also going to give me a chance to reminisce about some past adventures. Little camp spot here around kilometer 4. Okay, this spot looks familiar. This particular spot we've come a few times for a family favorite we like to call hike and sled. And we seem to come in the winter time because these roads tend to be packed down with snow or even plowed sometimes. But then when you get to the trail, there can be several feet of snow. Okay, grand view. Now this has got to be one of the best spots on the trail. I mean, you don't get many views, and this is a great view by any measure. It's also probably the best backcountry spot to camp near Kelowna. So definitely worth a visit here to the grand view. We've come up here in spring to camp, and we even skied in here once to tent in the snow. Won't forget that anytime soon. I was ready for that one. Okay, I get to experience a brand new bridge that was just put in last month over Kelowna Creek. Up that road is Pasta Lake. You can camp, rent a cabin, boat, fish, swim. They also have an adventure map, which I've tried to decode several times, and it's led me on some interesting paddling and hiking journeys. Up that road is, of course, more lakes. This is Lake Country, BC, after all. This particular one, Beaver Lake, pretty popular. Lots of islands to explore and camp on, little rustic camps and shelters. We once did a paddle trip through a chain of 4 lakes there, starting with D Lake, then Island Lake, Deer Lake, and finally Beaver Lake. We camped part way on a little island. It was a great trip. Okay, I'm halfway. But my body is saying that we've used up about 80%, so this is going to get hard. I did not train for this. I go running once in a while, but nothing of length to prepare for something like 60 kilometers. Okay, here we are, Wrinkly Face Provincial Park. I have hiked up here before, and who wouldn't want to explore something with such a curious name? But I have to be honest and say it's pretty underwhelming. It's kind of on the edge of a cliff, but there's a little bit of a view, but nothing great. I explored a bit. There's really not much here worth visiting. I'm not sure why it's a provincial park. I think it's for the endangered plants, but that is not my forte. The monolith. A massive rock. And there is a ladder to climb up, but I don't have enough energy to even climb the first rung. Farewell, the monolith. But I have actually gone up that rock, but it's a little bit embarrassing because I came here in the middle of winter to the Oyama Road entrance just coming up here, and did not expect there to be much snow because there wasn't really any in the valley. And it started out okay, and as it progressed it got to knee height, and then I was waist height, and then it was like a couple meters of snow. And even worse than that was the deadfall. So I was pulling myself over all these fallen trees, going about half a kilometer an hour, but I eventually dragged myself up that rock. Never again though. Next time, snowshoes are a must. All right, up that road, another lake. This time Oyama Lake. And more cabins, camping, fishing, boating, and more islands to explore. There's Lunch Island, Castaway Island, Camp Island. There's also an interesting paddle you can do through a channel up to Streak Lake. Okay, I'm on new territory now. This last 20 kilometers I haven't explored at all, so it should be a treat. Here comes the microwave tower. All right, I had my view over Kelowna earlier this morning, and now it's time for Vernon. Whew, this is pretty amazing. Okay, time to finish this off with a gentle 15-kilometer decline into Vernon. Oh, there is no gas left in the tank here. There's Cousins Bay down there. Beautiful spot. Okay. Well, that was pretty epic.